What is up, everybody? Welcome to Rats on Film, the show where we try every movie food creation to let you know if you need it. You probably don't. I'm your host, Xander, and on the show with me today, I have Tim.
Gobble, gobble.
Chris.
Yummy.
Madolyn.
You guys are gross.
We had to have at least one normal person.
So today we're doing something a little bit different. We're still ranking things, but we're going to be ranking movie foods. So for this specific episode, we are ranking foods from movies. So this is real life versions of fictional foods from movies. There's more than you might think. We'll get to them in a little bit. But we've over the course of the last couple months gone out together and tried all of these various movie foods to varying levels of enjoyment and delight. We're not factoring in how we feel about the films for this. I want to be very clear. This is a food ranking episode. You'll know how we feel about the food. We might mention stuff about the movie.
It's technically a ranking of the movies.
Right.
But not
Of
based
the
on the
food.
movies
Yeah.
whatsoever.
No, not at all. So whoever they got to adapt these foods, blame them. If your movie's last, they did it to you. All right, you guys want to get into this?
Let's go.
All right, so we're going to go in the order that the movie's released. Immediately, this one's going to have a little asterisk on it. Gobstoppers from the original Willy Wonka movie. Here's the thing, guys. Gobstoppers don't exist anymore.
Like, they maybe exist. You can maybe get them online, but maybe...
If you want to order a whole pack on eBay and hope
maybe
that they're not bad.
stale from like 2 years ago. Maybe they're coming back. I hope they're coming back.
Yeah, I feel like they maybe just stopped making them during the pandemic and then they never made them because no one really missed them that much. I don't know. Maybe they'll come back.
Here's how I'm going to start my review on it. They're a good movie theater snack. They're a good movie theater candy. You get them in the little box. You suck on them during a movie.
I don't know. I don't even know if they're a good movie theater snack.
You don't. Oh wow.
I feel like it's just like a little too much
Whoa.
thought to eat them.
I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna huge debate straight off the bat here. This is gonna be a heated episode. Gobstoppers are, I think, probably the best movie snack.
Wow.
But
And when was the last time you had one in a movie?
You've never had Maltesers.
I think the last time I had Gobstoppers at a movie was Dune Part 1. So that would have
Okay,
been
so it
about
wasn't that long ago.
3 years ago.
Right before their death.
Yeah, probably right before their death. But this was a classic movie candy for me when I was in like high school or whatever. But the thing about Gobstoppers that's perfect is they take so long to eat.
Right. You got to suck.
That I've never been to a movie with a pack of Gobstoppers and finished them before the end of the movie. So that to me makes it a perfect movie snack.
I mean, I get it. But the big thing about this is, in the movie it's supposed to be everlasting, right?
Yeah.
Or do they last forever?
Well, Tim says they do. He doesn't run out.
Yeah, whereas I'm super impatient. So I put one in my mouth, I suck it for a little second, and then I have to chew it and get on to the next one. Because my favorite part about it is the sherbety stuff on the inside. But I remember when I was a kid, like the candy stores, the lolly stores around us used to sell like huge Gobstoppers. Yeah, those were the best ones because those were the ones that would last forever and you could never get through them, and they would you would get bleeding tongue from trying to lick it.
I remember having those, and I remember being disgusted because it gets so sticky.
Yeah.
Like they do last forever, but
Yeah.
you just hold it in your hand. It doesn't all fit in your mouth usually.
Yeah, we used to
And
put
you
it in
just
a
lick it.
plastic bag,
See, that's
throw
smart.
it on the ground, shatter it, so
Oh,
you have all
right.
the layers and you can eat little bits of it at a time.
See, that's smart. I licked it like a maniac.
And then you get a bleeding tongue.
Yeah.
And then you never finish it. So everlasting.
Now, I'm going to knock this one. We don't have rules about ranking food. This is objectively in our opinion, as everything is on this show. The version in the movie looks way cooler than the version in
I
real
was
life.
going to say the same thing.
I was about to bring up, if we're talking about how the movie works and stuff, what a weird creation he creates.
I was going to say, I think out of all the stuff that they mentioned in Willy Wonka, that the Gobstopper is probably the least one that I would want to have in real life.
Yeah.
And they used to have chocolate maybe, but they don't anymore. And then for the new Wonka movie, they didn't put out any chocolate. And I'm like, guys, what's going on?
This
it's
Wonka-
the chocolate factory.
The Wonka candy line is so strange and
Yeah.
it's such a
Well,
strange history, but
Is
they should be
Nerds
more
from the book.
I don't know. I
It's
think it's just
inspired by it.
yeah.
They're the
Nerds
best
are the
thing.
best Wonka candy, I will say, but they're not from the
But they're
movie,
not from
so
the movie,
we can't
no.
talk about it.
It is weird though. We're talking about food from movies and we're doing Wonka. It should be a chocolate bar.
Yeah.
But they just don't
They don't do
exist anymore.
No.
And it also, I feel like even when it did exist, it was never the biggest Wonka candy.
No. Which is crazy because, again, chocolate factory.
But so, yeah, the idea of the Gobstopper is everlasting. You can suck on it forever. And what I would say is, you say that the real life Gobstopper, you can't do that. But have you ever tried to do that?
Why would
Like,
I?
surely you would have. I don't think there's ever been a single Gobstopper that I put in my mouth that I didn't crunch on before
Yeah.
I sucked it down.
Yeah, but you know it's gonna dissolve.
Do you, though?
Just like gum, it
Have
runs
any
out
of
of
us?
flavor.
We have no evidence. We don't have them in
we
front of
couldn't
us.
get one.
We didn't get
can't
to try it. We didn't
I
have to
can't say.
scientifically test it
We
like we
would
did
have
every
done
other.
that had we gotten them.
Yeah,
like
we're
every other
basing
food on this list.
on childhood knowledge, basically.
Yeah, basically.
Or a few years ago knowledge in your case.
Yeah, I truthfully can't remember the last time I had it.
It's been a while for me, but I used to get them. I am with Tim. I used to
Yeah.
get them at the movie theater quite a bit. All right, so Gobstoppers. Going to start on the top. A classic movie candy. Next up on the list, blue milk from Star Wars Episode 4: A New Hope. Now, to be clear, there's multiple milks that appear in the Star Wars universe. We're just talking about the OG blue milk that Luke drinks on the farm. He's sucking a glass down. He's trying to get strong bones or whatever blue milk does.
And we're specifically talking about the blue milk that's served in the parks.
Correct.
I was
Yeah,
gonna
Not
say
anyone that
there-
we've created
there
or
are
something.
a few different versions of blue milk. There was a True Moo put out a blue milk, which I think was just milk that was colored blue. Well, the more interesting blue milk that's not just fucking milk is the blue milk featured at
Star Wars Galaxy's Edge.
TM.
at Disneyland Star Wars Galaxy's Edge
In Batu.
in Batu Black Spire Outpost.
we are not sponsored. They didn't pay us shit.
Star Wars land for all the normal
Yeah,
people.
Star Wars Land.
So that blue milk is like a fruit smoothie. It's like a frozen fruit.
It's kind of like a milky, fruity
Fruity.
slushy.
It's a slushy kind of.
Here's my note for it. What fucking flavor is it?
I really can't tell. It was like a little like Captain Crunchy or something like that, like a cereal.
People
It's like-
do not agree.
No,
We all tried it together and we
Yeah.
were trying to figure out what it is.
The thing I wrote down when we had it, I thought it tasted like a fruity bubble gum.
It's like tropical, but
I definitely get the
berry-
tropical
yeah.
for sure.
I like it because of the tropical.
Now I do have the actual flavors here, if you want.
Yeah, go ahead.
Dragon fruit, pineapple, lime, and watermelon.
it does not
See,
taste
I'm
like
not
any of
getting
those
all
things.
of those.
No, I can get some of them, like the pineapple and
The pineapple and
lime.
dragon fruit maybe, but like it doesn't taste limey to me.
No.
I don't. It's like maybe it's like the creaminess because it is
Yeah.
kind of like milky.
It's very thick.
yeah.
I do like it, but I'm going to be a little bit more. I feel like it's more interesting to talk about. This is definitely not what it is in the universe.
There's
And if
no
it is, there's no
fucking way.
There's no way people on Tatooine are drinking this for breakfast
that
every day.
oyster farmers are having just a cup of a frozen 5 fruit slushy. for
Whatever
dinner.
animal this comes out of, it does not taste like that.
Can you imagine if it came? It's got like a grit to it.
Yeah, it's got the iciness.
Yeah. Because it must be like a slushy type thing or whatever.
But
They
we're not
just got
ranking
it in,
how
like,
accurate to the universe
No, we're
it
not.
is. But I will
you
say
can
it does
factor
annoy
in
me.
if you want.
I do enjoy this, and
Yeah.
but I don't think I would ever personally buy this, especially at the price point they're selling it at.
Yeah, it is pricey for.
I mean, it is
a little Dixie cup
a
of
drink
milk.
in a park.
Yeah, you don't even get it in a nice little cup or anything.
Food in the park in general, which we'll talk about again later, is
But this one in particular, I think, is disproportionately priced because it does have the novelty of being like an item from the movie, and
should be in a cooler
it's
cup.
just kind of it's just kind of fine. Like it's all right, but I don't think I would ever crave it. Anytime I need to try it, I'll get it. But if I don't need to try it, I won't get it.
But also, why is it being served on Batu if it's also on Tatooine? Where is this animal? Where are we getting this milk from?
It's a fine flavor, right? But it's not milky. Like if you gave this to somebody and didn't tell them this is Star Wars blue milk, they'd never say this is milk. They'd be like, a slushy?
smoothie.
Yeah,
Like there's a
smoothie?
creaminess to it that has like I guess a bit of a milky vibe, but no. If you made this before you had the name, you would never give it that name.
No way.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like other things at other parks and Disney as well, it's not something that I'm running to get every time I go to a park.
Can we do this? Are any of you guys milk people? Like, did any of you guys grow up drinking a glass of milk?
Oh
Like,
yeah.
yeah.
I was huge. I was a huge milk person.
Yeah,
growing
see,
up.
I
not
did
me.
too. But
I
I
had
still
it
wouldn't
with,
go
like,
out my way to
Water,
get a
baby.
blue
No,
milk.
just to have milk by itself. No.
Yeah, this is definitely not something I'm gonna want to drink all the time.
No, I probably wouldn't get it the next time we were there.
No, it's a novelty.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
We did it for the people.
Yeah.
yeah.
We did this for you, the listener.
All right, you guys putting blue milk above or below Gobstoppers?
No, it's below for sure.
I think it's above, only for the sole fact is I don't quite remember what Gobstoppers taste like.
This is hard for me because I love like drinks and slushies, but I think the Gobstopper is above for me.
Yeah, I go with Gobstopper above as well. Moving on then, next up on the list, Bubba Gump Shrimp from the movie Forrest Gump.
Which I have not seen.
Doesn't matter, food only, baby.
That's fine.
This is from the classic chain of restaurants, the Bubba Gump Shrimp Company, that you can find at every tourist destination.
Okay, let me put a little context to this. I grew up, my dad worked in Times Square in New York City. I saw Bubba Gump Shrimp any single time I went to the city because I always went to Times Square. And there's just a giant sign with a little shrimp with a hat on it, chilling there. No idea it's from a movie. I watched Forrest Gump in like my junior year of high school, and I go, that's what fucking Bubba Gump is. I literally was like, did Bubba Gump come first or did the movie come first? Learned it was the movie. Why?
It's like weirdly one of the more successful like themed restaurants, which is crazy.
It's crazy.
It's a very bizarre story.
It's bizarre, and the place is bizarre. And I will say, picking up this lonely thing of shrimp today was so awkward because I was like, why would anyone order to go?
Well, yeah, so we should say we ordered the Shrimper's Heaven, which is a sampler platter of shrimps. Now, in the film, he lists like 20 different ways to make shrimp until he goes, that's about it. We did not get all 20 because they don't serve all 20.
Which is insane because that's a restaurant. Yeah.
But also there's a bit of ambiguity because in the movie, Bubba Gump, the restaurant chain, does exist in the movie, but it's something that Forrest develops off screen based on Bubba and his love of shrimp and all these different kinds. So we can assume probably that Forrest would
parsed down the menu,
all of those items on the menu. Yeah, maybe he parsed it down.
No, I feel like he would have put all of it on.
That's what I think.
He didn't think for himself.
I think Forrest would have done Bubba proud by putting every single option on the menu, and I think we're getting the cheapo version of it in our real world.
So what we had was the fried shrimp, the coconut shrimp, and the tempura shrimp. We're just ranking it as one thing, but just for the context of the audience, if you want to go out there and try the food that we tried and see what you think about the movie food, those are what the rats had. It's fine. It's fried shrimp. If you like shrimp, you're like, sure. If you don't like shrimp, you'll probably be like, why am I eating the Bubba Gump?
There's not really much to say besides, like, I don't like coconut, so I didn't like the coconut shrimp. The fried shrimp was pretty good. The tempura was all right.
I'm not a shrimp fan because I think the texture is kind of weird. So I didn't mind that aspect as much because they're all various different fried versions. But I hate coconut, so I hated that one. But the other two were fine. I mean, whatever. Like, I would rather have any other kind of fried meat, but sure, I'll take it. Yeah,
I like shrimp, as Americans say. Probably the fried one was my favorite. I also hate coconut, so I knew I wasn't going to like that. The tempura one was good, but I didn't really understand why they had it there because tempura is like, from a different culture and cuisine, and it's also much lighter than all of the other batters that they had.
Yeah, it's strange. I feel like
I also don't think that one is mentioned in the
feel
movie.
Like the restaurant needed to have more of a southern flair that it does not have.
Yeah.
It feels like it's letting down Forrest and Bubba.
Yeah, like nothing about just the shrimp by itself really screamed
Bubblegum.
I mean, I don't know what they would have done, but
the restaurant screams bubblegum at your face.
But we're not reviewing the restaurant.
We're reviewing the specific shrimps.
The shrimp itself.
The shrimps.
And you know what? There's really just not much to say.
They're fried shrimps. I'm a coconut fan. I'll defend the coconut. Coconut shrimp are good. I think the fried was the best one. It's a deep fried shrimp. Like, I mean, I feel like I could make that at home and it would taste exactly the same.
Yeah, and I often order it at other restaurants and it tastes exactly the same.
Yeah. So, they're not fucking it up.
No, but I am wary of like a worldwide shrimp chain.
Right.
It kind of icks me.
Yeah, there's something about like a a seafood chain in general
Yeah.
that feels wrong.
It does, yeah.
I don't know what it is about it. Maybe just grow up in
kind
local
of risky
seafood.
and kind of yucky. Yeah, we both grew up in places that have local seafood, and also I've seen a Bubba Gump shrimp in the middle of London, and that just seems wrong.
That does seem wrong.
It's funny you bring it up because it really is just like Red Lobster, isn't it? Like it's the same vibe. It's like the same quality of shrimp you'd get at a Red Lobster, but you know it doesn't
Except
have
for-
the cheddar biscuits.
True,
so what's
but-
the point? Where you guys want to put bubblegum shrimp?
I'm gonna put this at the bottom. Like I didn't hate it, but it's just
I agree. It's
nothing
pretty
to me.
boring. The other ones are a bit more special in terms of what they are
Totally.
from the movie.
Yeah, I put it at the bottom. It's just definitely the most boring of the things that we've talked
Yeah,
about so
yeah.
far.
Easy.
It could have been a lot.
It could have been a lot
I'll
worse.
say.
I expected
And
maybe a lot worse.
maybe if we had gotten a different shrimp item, I would have felt that way. But
I wouldn't say avoid at all costs, but I also wouldn't recommend.
yeah,
If it's like you're at one of these tourist places and it's the place with the most seats available, just go. That's fine, I guess.
and if you're a big fan of Forrest Gump,
All right, then next up on the list, a classic from our childhoods, Pizza Planet from the original Toy Story. So once again, to be clear, where we've gone is to the Pizza Planet at Disneyland in Tomorrowland. We've had the cheese pizza. That's what we're
Classic.
reviewing food-wise.
you can always judge a pizza place's quality based on their cheese pizza.
Totally agree. It's the benchmark pizza.
Yeah. And I think this is a very disappointing slice of cheese pizza, in my opinion.
But I think it fits with what Pizza Planet actually would be.
I was going to say, I fully agree with you. It's a bad piece of pizza, but I feel like what Pizza Planet is, in my head as a kid, it was so cool, right? But as an adult, I go, that's just Chuck E. Cheese, but with space
Yeah.
instead of rats.
It's and,
Downgrade if you ask the rats on film.
and truthfully, Chuck E. Cheese pizza is no good.
Now, maybe to do my due diligence, I should have gone and tried Chuck E. Cheese pizza as an adult. But all I have to work off of in terms of Chuck E. Cheese pizza are my memories as a kid. And when I was a kid, that pizza was fucking good. So the Pizza Planet pizza is not stacking up for me.
Can I just say, if you had Pizza Planet pizza as a kid, like right now, you would also probably think that
I don't
pizza's
know
good.
that. I don't know that.
Also,
There's no way to know that.
Good that you didn't try Chuck E. Cheese pizza as an adult right now.
It was pretty bland, pretty boring, pretty generic, just mass-produced pizza that I feel like they would give at an overpriced place like Disneyland. So I wasn't especially let down by it, especially because I don't have that childhood connection to Toy Story. But yeah, all in all, just kind of like meh.
It feels like pizza you'd get at a cafeteria in like a high school. That's what it feels like.
Okay, but I will say, if you look at the movie, like, yes, Chuck E. Cheese is probably the closest comparison, but Chuck E. Cheese doesn't really have, like, takeout pizza. In the movie, Pizza Planet
Right, they got a delivery truck.
does have a delivery truck. So I would think that Pizza Planet is at least better than Chuck E. Cheese.
I feel like that's fair. It's like a Domino's.
I was about to be like,
Chuck
it's
E. Cheese.
definitely a chain, but it probably maybe more like a Papa John's or something.
I mean,
terrible chain
maybe,
pizza,
or like
maybe
Pizza
a Little
Hut.
Caesars or something.
I will say, I think pizza might be the hardest food to fuck up. I truly can't think of a time I've had an inedible pizza. I've had bad pizzas, but like I'll eat a Little Caesars $5 pizza,
Yeah.
and it's not good. But for $5,
You taste the savings.
hot and ready.
The Pizza Planet pizza, it wasn't bad, the cheese, but it just was kind of like flavorless. It
Yeah.
just was kind of nothing.
It was
crazy
just
for how
like
nuts
spread
of
and
it
cheese.
is. Yeah.
I'd still go by the fact that I feel like it's lore accurate. If you want to use that phrase, I will. We're not rating the restaurant, but Disneyland, you got to step it up because that Pizza Planet does not look like Pizza Planet, and it's really lame.
You're a big pizza person, though, Madolyn, right? So like,
I thought I was.
you thought you were.
I don't know what happened in recent years. I haven't loved it, but when I do eat pizza, I prefer a plain one, a cheese one. And yeah, I wouldn't go for this again. Just if you lined up a bunch of cheese pizzas in front of me, it would probably rank pretty low, I think.
You know, if you wanted to judge it, yeah, some people get really into the aesthetic of food too. It doesn't even look good.
No.
Not a fave.
So where do you guys want to put it on the list?
It's towards the bottom for me too. I'm not sure if it goes above or below the Bubba Gump. Maybe I just like pizza better, so that's kind of maybe pushing it above Bubba Gump for me, I guess.
I think that my exact same thoughts were, I don't think it's that good, but I like pizza more than scrimps, so it would be above bubblegum.
I'm putting it below Bubba Gump.
See, yeah, I think I'd be with Madolyn
Yeah.
because as far as shrimp goes, bubblegum was pretty bog standard shrimp,
Yeah.
right? But Pizza Planet is bad pizza.
I agree.
Honestly, like I'll just go with
paper,
you
rock.
guys. I'll put the shrimp above.
Okay.
the pizza, because the pizza is disappointing to me. So I'm fine with it being at the bottom.
Yeah, I just feel like, right, the bubblegum shrimp, they're not good, but they're just like, they're shrimp. But the pizza, you're like, this is a bad piece of cheese pizza.
Yeah, exactly.
Disneyland not doing
So
very
far.
well here.
Doing terrible. I think that was the last Disneyland one.
All right, next up on the list, get ready for this, guys. Scooby Snacks. Now, we're doing this from the live-action Scooby-Doo film. Now, what I'm going to say right off the bat is, I don't know that this is the most dog foody thing we ate.
I will say, I remember this as a kid very vividly. I remember as a kid, for some reason, each Scooby snack tasted stale, even though they were freshly new. And I was like, that can't possibly be it. We just had them today. It's exactly the same as I remember. Weirdly stale.
And I had them for the very first time today, and I tried them before I even met up with you guys. And Chris said, "Oh, I remember them being stale." And I was like, that is the first thing that I said when I tried it. They taste like cardboard.
Now, for those of you who don't know, basically what it is, it's just a tiny bag of graham crackers that are shaped like dog bones.
Yeah, you can get it at the supermarket. It's not like a park-specific thing
Yeah,
or anything like others.
Weirdly, they still exist.
They're not good graham crackers. Graham crackers is a great snack. If you get like the Honey Maid or like a Teddy Grahams, they rule. They're like a little sweet treat. They got a cracker. They got a nice texture. The Scooby Snacks are really hard.
I'm going to say when I was a kid, I used to love Scooby Snacks. And I tried them again today, and I still love them.
Why would not spread? I mean, truthfully,
maybe I'm just a sucker for graham crackers. I don't know, but I could eat like five of those little packets in a row. Like, oh my god, I love them.
even as a kid, I remember being like, oh, it's a snack. It's here. I'll just have it.
That's the vibe I get from them. I can't imagine anyone's really excited to have those in their lunchbox.
Well, I guess Tim is.
Well,
What I'm learning is, if Tim ever doesn't want to do something, we could just go, would you do it for a Scooby Snack? And then he'll go, 2 Scooby Snacks? And we'll go, okay.
This is what me and Madolyn were discussing. This, like, is this what you would actually think a Scooby Snack, like in the universe of Scooby-Doo?
No.
I mean, it kind of tastes like
It's
a
like
dog food.
It's like a milk bone, right? Surely.
But so
No,
it
it's
kind
like
of
more
does.
crunchy.
It kind of does have the consistency that you would expect a dog bone, a dog
yeah,
treat.
I
to
mean, they
have
are
in a
usually
weird way.
harder.
you're really digging yourself into a hole.
But so,
Right, so
but
you
so
like dog
also,
food.
like, no, okay, so they're not amazing, and like, but in
Backtracking.
no, I'll criticize. I mean, they present Scooby Snacks in the lore of Scooby-Doo to be like the most amazing treat of all time. That, like, you know,
I
you
mean,
could,
even Shaggy likes them.
yeah,
Yeah, but
exactly.
Shaggy's
But
insane.
he's
He's
high all the
whole
time.
But like, he's like scared as fuck, and they say, you know, will you go do this for a Scooby snack? You know, it must be a really fucking good snack. And I don't
I just
know.
think he has low standards.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He'll eat
that's the
everything.
question.
Scooby's a dog.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I know he eats human food, but he's still a dog.
And
so
Shaggy
he's going to
eats
like it.
everything.
And yeah, Shaggy is high all the time and he's hungry.
I like the snack a lot. I don't think I like it enough to do anything that I wouldn't already want to do for it.
We'll see about that.
But yeah, maybe Shaggy just has really low. Yeah, he's just really hungry. I don't know why.
He just eats all the time, man.
Now, this is a little bit unrelated to the food, but do we know, is Scooby named after Scooby Snacks? Or are the snacks, are they like a homemade thing? Like, is Velma making them in her
I've
kitchen
been
and she
so
named them
confused about this my
right?
whole life.
Because he's named Scooby-Doo and they give him Scooby Snacks. Which came first?
It even has a symbol on it sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so confused by it. There's no Scrappy Snacks.
And nor should there be.
It's a mystery. It's a mystery.
That you'd think they would have solved by now.
Yeah.
I don't think they care because just like the real life, they're bad.
They're keeping the secret recipe. Well, that is what I would say is you never see Velma or Daphne or Fred eating a Scooby snack.
Because they're all normal people.
It's only the little degenerates that are sucking them down.
Throw me in with the degenerate.
I did eat them a lot as a kid. I'm just saying they're not good.
They look like little dog bones, and they taste like little dog bones.
I would put these above Bubba Gump though.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's where I would maybe put it above. Yeah, you know what? I am gonna put it above Blue Milk.
Oh, above Blue Milk. I thought you were going to say Pizza Planet, but all the way up there.
Yeah, so not as good as Gobstoppers. So right below Gobstoppers for me.
I would put it above Pizza Planet because I would just randomly buy this and I would never buy the Pizza Planet. pizza again.
You might randomly buy a bubblegum shrimp.
I guess. I see it all the time, so maybe I'll have shrimp.
Yeah, I mean, based on the quality of the actual shrimp, like if I didn't know where it was from or I didn't have to go back there every time to get it, I would eat it. That's fine. But the Scooby snacks, I will never buy again. So they're on the bottom for me.
They're on the bottom, the very bottom. Wow.
So where does that put this?
I don't even know. So Tim put it second. I put it third. Chris put it fourth. Madolyn put it fifth.
Wow.
Controversy.
So does
out of the group.
So does it just go? Does it go where Chris put it?
I guess because
Like
I'm in the
below
middle.
Bubba?
Yeah, just in the
That's
middle.
like the most middle.
Yeah.
I'll accept
All right.
that.
Yeah. All right. And the last food we're ranking today, the last movie food. Now we'll do this again in the future. We'll rank other foods for movies. If you have suggestions for movie foods, let us know. Butterbeer
Let's go.
from Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. Now, Madolyn, can you, as the resident Harry Potter expert on the show today, can you explain why we're using the Half-Blood Prince as the reference for this? Because this was a much debate today.
It was much debate, and I think it's a bit of a not really a Mandela effect, just sort of in our heads of people who have been watching and reading Harry Potter for a long time, where they do mention it earlier in earlier movies and earlier books, but it really becomes sort of central to the plot, just like the whole three broomsticks vibe and the butterbeers in front of them in the sixth one, which is when they start to sort of become teenagers and start drinking it themselves.
Right, because it is canonically alcoholic, right?
Yeah, low levels, I think, for humans, but yeah, they do mention house elves getting pretty drunk on it.
So now, again, to give the context of what we had, we've gone to Universal Studios and had the Butterbeer, and we're reviewing the drink version, not the frozen version.
Even if some
actually-
people want to talk about the frozen.
I will mention the frozen.
Yes.
Yeah, that's fine.
There's
many
actually a
different
lot of different versions. There's
Well,
like
yeah.
a hot version.
Because the one in the movie is not necessarily like the one that they serve, because it looks really different, first of all. And the one that they serve at Wizarding World is like a soda, but I don't think
non-alcoholic.
non-alcoholic. Yeah,
Right, so we're talking the cold
the cold soda
with the
little
foam on
cream
top.
At the Wizarding World of Harry Potter TM.
Yes.
We did it for
Universal
Disney. We're going to
Studios
do
Hollywood.
it. Yeah.
No,
we're gonna do it for
actually, Harry
Universal.
Potter has quite a
Once
few.
again, not sponsored.
Harry Potter has quite a few fictional foods that
Yes.
have been made real, but I think this is sort of the star item,
Yeah.
at least since they opened the Wizarding World. part.
Definitely since they opened the parks, and even they were serving it at the studio tour in Leavesden before they sort of brought it worldwide. So
Why does Harry Potter have more fictional to real candies than fucking Willy Wonka?
It's true. Most of their candies are about. Gotta say, I think the Butterbeer is amazing. I love it. I'd get it anytime we're there.
I agree. The
Literally.
flavor of it, like that butterscotchy flavor, is really good. I do prefer the frozen one, but the soda is really good as well. It is really, really sweet, but I like that. And the foam on top, I think, cuts it a little bit by being a bit more creamy.
I'm not a soda guy. I don't really like soda, but I only learned the frozen one existed recently. And before I knew it existed, I would get just the plain soda one.
Yeah, I can corroborate you never, ever, ever drink something.
Yes,
Yeah.
Ever.
which just goes to show really
How good
how
it is.
fucking tasty it is that like I will make an exception for that.
Yeah, it's a good treat. I mean, the foam is my favorite part of it. I love the little whatever the fuck they got going on the top.
Absolutely.
That little creamy.
Yeah, that
Kinda
it's-
whipped
it
cream
slaps.
kind of thing,
Yeah, it's like a liquidy whipped cream. It's good. And yeah, I'm not a big butterscotch guy, but I like it in the butterbeer. I think it's a good, especially on a hot day at a park.
Oh, yeah.
It's a nice little treat.
And it is like a more unique flavor than just a general soda. And even I feel like mostly comparable to like a cream soda with butterscotch,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
it's just
I mean,
really
most
unique.
at-home recipes have it just be cream soda as
Yeah.
the base. But I would say, as a comparison to the blue milk, another drink at a park, I would go. I do go out of my way to go get butterbeer.
Me too.
Anytime we're at the parks, at any of the parks, like I could be somewhere else and not even wanting to go to Harry Potter. I'm like, but I'm getting a butterbeer today.
And also the experience of it as well is more because you're getting it from like the little cart with the barrel and the little wizard guys serving it to you, and you can get it in the souvenir cup, but you don't have to. But that means like you are getting a bit more experience out of it, and it does feel a bit more in universe.
You can go in a
as
Hogshead
well.
and get it
Yeah,
with
you
the
can get
big
it
boar in the
pub,
background.
Yeah.
I never thought much about it when I was a kid. You know, I grew up reading the books and watching the films. Never really thought about what I thought butterbeer tasted like. I don't know. I guess I thought I'd never have it. But for whatever reason, whenever I did try it, I was like, yeah, that's probably about right. Like it doesn't feel like they missed the mark on, we were talking about like with the Gobstopper, for instance. I like them. They're good. But I've always felt like that's not really what Gobstoppers are though.
Yeah.
But I'm like, yeah, this could be butterbeer. I don't know. I mean, again, not alcoholic or whatever, but the flavor palette wise, I'm like, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, it's probably spot on.
Yeah, I mean, I will say, before they sort of came to the parks and everything, when I was reading the books as a kid, like there were recipes online to make your own butterbeer, and it was always a bit creamier, butterscotchy, and hot. But I prefer the cold drink version.
It just works. All right, are we all putting butterbeer on the top of the list? That's what it feels like.
Bottom. No, I'm joking. It's top.
And it's not even close.
Yeah.
I could maybe make the argument.
No, get out of here.
No.
Tim's like,
Get
Scooby
fucked.
snacks.
Tim, the last time we had Gobstoppers was 3 years ago.
Tim's like, not dog foody enough for me.
But I literally look forward to going to the park for this specific reason. It is to get butterbeer, and I will get multiple every time we go.
Yeah, I would say butterbeer and Gobstoppers are the only things that I would eat outside of the context of being like, ooh.
You're not going to go back and get Pizza Planet pizza?
All right, so the Rats on Film official ranking of movie foods in real life, starting from the bottom, objectively in our opinion. Pizza Planet, Scooby Snacks, Bubblegum Shrimp, Blue Milk, Wonka Gobstoppers, and the big cheese, Butterbeer.
I honestly can't believe Half-Blood Prince made it to the top of a list.
Great movie.
Hey, we haven't done the Harry
More to
Potter
come.
episode yet. Who
More to
knows?
come.
Maybe
Yeah,
we'll
who
kick
knows?
Madolyn off the Harry Potter list and just make a list that
Oh,
she
yeah,
hates.
we'll make sure that that's number one. Yeah, so thanks for listening to Rats on Film, guys. If you like talking about movie foods, let us know what other movie foods we should taste in the future and do a ranked list of. Go try these. Try the Butterbeer at least, I think we'd say.
Yeah, don't need to rush out to Pizza Planet.
Yeah, you're all right. Tell a friend about the show where we talk about and rank movie food or just movies, depends on the week. We'll be back in 2 weeks to talk about more movies. So until then, have a little snack and enjoy yourself. Bye, everybody.